So we talked about what knowledge is, and we talked about the tripartite theory of knowledge in our previous video. So let's have a look whenever we are researching in a particular scientific field. So what makes it a scientific field? What constitutes a science? या science की क्या definition है? So science is actually a Latin word that that comes from scientia, जिसका मतलब है knowledge, or in the broadest sense it means it's a systematic knowledge या फिर कोई practice उसको represent करता है. Or science refers to a system of acquiring knowledge based on some scientific method. कोई सा भी method जो कि standard at the time है in the field that you're doing it, उसके base के ऊपर if you're acquiring that knowledge, या फिर किसी organized body of knowledge मौजूद है on in the field that you're doing research, तो that you gain knowledge in order to enrich that scientific body of knowledge. So that is all falls inside the understanding of science. Apart from that, science is considered a concerted human effort. कि ये एक बंदे की effort नहीं है, बल्कि it's a cumulative effort of all the human beings जिन्होंने contribute किया towards that scientific field in understanding or to understand better the history of that thing, or in a broadest way overall just science जो सारे scientific fields को लेती है, that constitute the history of natural world. The सारे scientists who have been doing research and trying to understand a phenomena, their combined concerted human effort to understand all the phenomena जो कि occur कर रहे हैं, which are occurring around them or in the natural world, and how that natural world works using observation or experimentation as a basis for their research. So science is actually it's done through observation of the natural phenomena or through experimentation, simulation of the natural phenomena in controlled laboratory environments में. So this all constitutes science. Some of the scientists have their own definition depending on the field that they came from. For example, Robert MacArthur was a known ecologist who is known for his work in evolutionary biology. For him, it was all about understanding different species जो कि एक particular part of the world में, and trying to find patterns, how they are different in terms of their evolution. So he says that science to do science is to search for repeated patterns, not simply to accumulate facts. So yes, as per him, if you're using some methodology and you're gaining knowledge in terms of finding pattern for it, because this is what you're looking for in order to advance your knowledge, so that is actually doing science. Similarly, another scientist who's a physicist, Richard Feynman, he's lesser known for the atomic bomb. What was the name of the project? I think so it was the Manhattan Project. Yes, he's lesser known for that, but he's known for other things that I forgot at the moment. But he's a well-known physicist. He's an American physicist, and he says that according to him, religion is a culture of faith and science is a culture of doubt. So for him, science is all about doubts. And it makes sense, because doubt means there is something that you do not understand. And when you do not understand, you have a curiosity. And to fulfill this curiosity, you ask questions so you can find answers to those questions. And hence, you can contribute towards the body of knowledge by generating new knowledge in pursuing the answer to those questions. So, but what I see over here is religion is a culture of faith. Maybe for him, religion was a culture of faith, but in itself, if you actually go and see, actually in religion, there is a science available, and we know that through the recent studies that are going on Quran. So Quran is a book, and it's always been, people had faith who believed in it, that it is a miracle, and it's a linguistic miracle. And now research is being done on it. Why? Because there's a doubt available how it becomes a linguistic miracle. And there's a research going on that actually tells you, okay, about the structure of the writings in Quran at a bigger level, at a Quranic level, at a surah level, at a concept level. So not necessarily Friedman might not be correct in saying that religion is a culture of faith. The research studies are going on which are religious in nature. It's just that after the French Revolution, the scientific community do not take religion in the scientific domain. In fact, दरमियान में एक बहुत बड़ी दीवार है, and that is there so that the science and religion they remain separate. Although I do not believe in that. In fact, I think so. The religion gave us the first principles or the first propositions, and because of those propositions, the first principles, we're able to accumulate more knowledge as we go along and as the time passes on. So the classical sciences जो कि exist करती हैं today, at the heart of it, or the mother of all sciences, logic and mathematics, उसके around for natural sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, and further there are social sciences, economics, sociology, anthropology, and the humanities, which have linguistic, history, philosophy, and that is all contained in religion and art and culture. So let's have a look the different types of just sciences हैं, how we can go and research in those areas. So math and logic are deductive sciences. Deductive means deduction is all about reason. You're reaching your conclusion or a decision by thinking carefully about the facts that you have. So math revolves around deduction, where you have multiple facts, and as you go and carefully think about it, about different facts, you put them together and you reason through them in order to arrive at your conclusion that you thought in the beginning of it. So deductive sciences, the under research hoti hai, that is more about proofs. So I again give you an example of that. The angles of a triangle, they all add up to 180 degree. So over here, जो proof आया, that has to be through deduction. Okay, you have to look at the facts and you have to look at the reasoning of that fact and arrive at your conclusion. So it's just like saying, one simple example that I can give of is that जो बहुत in deductive sciences में बहुत ज़्यादा what do you call it well known है, that is all men are mortal. That is your fact number one. And the second fact is Socrates is a man. So all men are mortal is fact one. Fact two is Socrates is a man. Therefore, deduction based on these two facts is Socrates is mortal, right? इसी तरह an example could be you can think of other examples जो मैंने आपको दी थी कि tree A, tree B, and tree C, and you have some facts, and based on those facts you arrive at a conclusion जो कि through reasoning हुई है. So this is how we pursue science in deductive sciences, which is math and logic. Natural sciences कौन सी हैं? Physics, chemistry, biology, and to some extent computing as well, because computation, there are debates going on. So computation in itself is a natural science. So over there in natural sciences, normally the research is going on to understand the cause and effect. Physics may be cause and effect. देखा जाता है. Even in chemistry, what happens, what is the effect if you add two elements together, and so on and so forth. So life sciences, which contains biology and medicine. I'm sorry, maybe I said biology over here. लेकिन वो natural sciences का ही part है, but it is a sub part of it which comes under life sciences. So life sciences के अंदर not only cause and effect देखा जाता है बल्कि research is also done on the functionality of things कि how for example the heart system we might be knowing we might be interested in knowing कि कौन सी मेडिसिन कैसे किस किस्म का इफेक्ट देती है in life sciences, but we also might be interested in understanding what is the function of the heart. Heart को treat तभी करेंगे through via that particular intervention or via a particular drug if we know the functionality of it. So we do causal research or functional research in life sciences. Social sciences, sociology, history, law, linguistic, वो functional भी है और intentional भी है. Functional, we need to know how societies functions, how do they function, कौन से aspects हैं जो कि उनकी functionality के ऊपर effect डालते हैं. So it's a functional pursuit, the research is done in that manner, and intentional as well. In social sciences, we might be interested in knowing the intention of people regarding some social phenomena, कि वो उसके बारे में क्या perception रखते हैं या फिर उनकी क्या intention है of adopting a new technology जो कि disruptive है and that is going to disrupt their overall social structure. Similarly, behavioral sciences, which contains psychology, इसके अंदर the researchers try to understand the behavior of human beings. That is, उसमें research at an intentional level होती है because researchers are interested in the intentions of people behavior, वो behave क्यों करते हैं, and the theories, the behavioral theory says that in order to behave, पहला जो condition है वो intention की होती है. You need to have an intention in order to translate that intention into behavior. So the research is intentional in behavioral sciences. So overall, to summarize it, we talked about why research methods are important. We also talked about research है क्या. Research is there to accumulate knowledge. Then we talked about what knowledge is. We talked about what tripartite theory of knowledge states, about the what constitute a knowledge and what does not. इसके बाद फिर हमने ये भी देखा sources of knowledge के बारे में पढ़ा. We also talked about science and different fields of science and how we can pursue research in those different fields.